is happening, Magnusites? Ooh, we got this second part, baby. We got this second part. Y'all been requesting it, so I'm doing it. Woo, woo.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Segura.
What's up, guys?
Where are you at? New York?
I'm in New York. I'm wearing this hat because my alopecia is acting up.
Jesus. Okay, Tom.
Right away.
I'm happy you're joining us because I've been seeing you on the internet. Has this become a thing, huh? Is this what Will Smith did? Do you feel like was an attack on all comedians and maybe setting a precedent for what you can do, or jokes being not accepted in the right way?
Fuck that cuck. Let me tell you this, man.
Wow. Already.
The idea that you're entitled to ask things because your feelings are hurt. You get to assault one of the all-time greats because you fucking feel... And then the cowards, the spineless cowards that are in Hollywood and in comedy. We have a list going of these fucking guys. Anybody who did not stand up and say some shit for...
That's what who said spineless? Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey said that too. So, yo, he's got the gloves off. He's going off already. He done. Here we go.
Chris Rock, we're gonna ruin your fucking life. I just want you to know that.
How come? Do you feel like that was an attack on all of comedy there?
It's what it is. It's a display of entitlement. It's a very powerful, very wealthy, influential star who just decided, yeah, I didn't like that. I'm going to smack you. And then gets to sit down, collect his award, get a round of applause, enjoy his night. It's insane. It's like a gross exaggeration of, you see it all the time. I mean, you see entitlement everywhere. And that was on full display for the world to see. I have fucking zero respect for that bitch. And I feel like more people need to come out and say it. It's unacceptable.
I sent you that thing, Jamie, about the Will Smith thing that's in the Independent. I sent it to you a text message.
You showed it through the pot, yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy Dore sent this to me. It's like, what the fuck are you even saying here? It says, white outrage about Will Smith's slap is rooted in anti-blackness. It's inequality in plain sight. What?
And it's in the Guardian. It's kind of depressing.
They just get sucked into wokeness,
yeah,
man.
It's just kind of like...
Performative pearl clutching. Hey, no. That was violence. If you think violence is cool, you need to tell me where that line ends. Is it just slapping? Can I kick someone in the face if I don't like what they say? Like, where does that end?
You just knew that this incident that was between two guys... Also, they happen to both be African-American. At some point, there would be articles blaming white supremacy.
Now that's, you know what's funny? You follow enough channels, you're on Twitter enough or whatever, you knew that was coming. You knew it was coming.
You're like, dude, I'm almost impressed by the leap in logic where you're going like, dude, hats off. Yeah, it's impressive. That you're even going for it.
Well, it took a solid 48 hours for someone to concoct that. Like, they had to sit there. You ever see that fucking, there's a meme of a woman, and there's all like calculations in the background. She's trying to like ponder something that doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
you seen those? That's them sitting there, like trying to figure out how to put this and make it white supremacy. It's inequality in plain sight. What the fuck are you saying?
Quite possibly one of the most shocking moments.
Oh, shit.
In pop culture.
Let me tell you something. I've been waiting to hear what Bill Burr was going to say.
/ art history. Very few things leave me absolutely speechless, but it was funny. Somebody fucking wrote to me, was going
I believe that, too.
I told you to fucking podcast to hear your reaction to the slap. Hollywood's made you soft. And I was like, so you tuned into my podcast to listen about gossip? About an award show, and I'm the fucking one that's soft. That shit brought up a lot of shit for me. Beyond being a comedian. But Yeah, I will at some point. I just didn't want to be yet another person, fucking typing in all capital letters, flipping the fuck out, screaming, yelling. None of that's doing anything for anybody.
My name is Bert Kreischer, and I want everyone to just bring awareness to alopecia. This is my buddy Totaro's son.
You guys are acting like you're fucking Tyson and Holyfield.
I was like, what are they doing?
And there's people who actually have the fucking balls to tell me, they're like, you need to stay out of business as it isn't yours. This is my business. It's my business more than it's your fucking business. So don't you think you can actually give me a lecture on what happens on
He's
stage?
still going
Tom, you ever
off.
get into an uncomfortable situation like that with anybody? Because some of those corporate gigs I've heard from comedians are like the worst. So I assume these types of situations arise or no?
I mean, I've never had that in particular happen. I've had people try to stop shows. I've had people who are like, that joke is, horribly tasteless, move on. As a comedian, you just have to navigate it. Sometimes you just slam them, or you figure out a way in the situation. I've been like, if you don't like this joke, you can fucking leave, which is honestly the best philosophy, I think, for comedy. I mean, yeah, I've had people, I've been booed off stage.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean, it can go sideways. That's part of doing this long enough, is that you're gonna have really bad fucking shows. But there's no excuse for being like, I don't like that joke, therefore I get to assault you.
Right.
It's not the way it goes, man.
Right.
You can't let people just go around slapping people. And
True.
that is, whether you think it's violence or...
Yeah. So the other day, remember when I mentioned that somebody that worked for a homeless shelter said people get slapped every day here and no one calls the cops and no one goes to jail. And can you believe I actually had a couple people in the comments say, well, it's not the same thing. And this was in front of millions of people on TV, and that's the homeless shelter. It doesn't. No, it is the same. You know why it's the same? Because it's a one human being slapping another human being in front of a bunch of witnesses. Same thing. That's why it's the same thing. And you both can go to prison, not prison, can get arrested and can go to jail for that shit. You can call the cops for both situations. And the cops are usually, well, I don't know, in the homeless shelter, they're probably so busy dealing with unruly homeless people sometimes that they don't call the cops. That's what I get from that. But with something like this, they did talk to the police. And the police asked Chris if he wanted to press charges. So, in both situations, it's one human being assaulting another. And in both situations, there's nothing to stop you from calling the police and having the person arrested for assaulting the other. So it didn't happen here because, Chris said, nah. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
But not. It's violence.
It's violence.
It's violence.
It was violence that happened on TV.
Yeah.
It was violent. I think comedians should stop hosting the Oscars so they just tank, because it's the only redeemable quality about that circle jerk.
Yeah.
The only reason why anyone tunes in is to hear Ricky Gervais or whatever just, bring it down to earth and have some fun with it, because otherwise we're just sitting there watching the most boring fake award show where studios pay for those awards. Did they really win? It's a matter of taste. They don't even have a comedy category. Go fuck yourself.
Some comedians, you can
There's
tell
no
they
comedy
operate on
category?
a level of attack. And I would say the medium itself requires a certain amount
There's no comedy category for the Oscars. Really? I have to look that up.
of
Doesn't
consent.
make no sense to me.
Comedy. You have to go, okay, I'm coming here for a person to tell jokes. At a time where there's increasing censorship around what can be said, we're not querying what can be seen, where an act of, let's call it what it was, violence, Will Smith has admitted that himself, can be broadcast around the world, along with some quite aggressive invective, at a time that people are very concerned around what jokes are able to be said. It's interesting what is forbidden and what is allowed. Who's allowed to do what, who's allowed to say what when.
I mean, I'll just let you know, if you come on my stage, I'm not saying, we know I can't jump. I'm not saying I can fight, but I'll bite your fucking face off. You're fucked. I'll just disembowel you in front of your family. I would tell you to get tickets, but all my shit's sold out. I make fucking
Yeah. Disembowel your
sat down and had a long
family.
talk with my lovely wife last night about that shit. Took me fucking back. Took me fucking back, and I gotta say the way Chris handled that moment was fucking unbelievable, and the restraint that he showed, because he starts to go like, "Ooh, I could say," and the fact that he didn't, because it was lobbed over the net at that point for the Daryl Dawkins break the backboard slam, but. Then who knows what happens after that? And I felt he chose.
Because Chris is a genius comic. Chris is a genius comic, and he could have. I mean, there's too much material out there, so he should be commended on his restraint.
You know, pride and ego and all of that stuff. So at some point, I'll sort it out. But I don't know. Whatever. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, I think that's it. That's all I have to say about the Oscars. Other than when Chris Rock comes and does a show in LA, I'm definitely not missing that show.
That's basically giving a green light to the pip slap. To what Will Smith did to Chris Rock, that is not a crime to do to your wife in Russia.
Yeah. Chris Rock should have fucking hit him back.
He should have jumped on his back as soon as he turned his back like that.
That just
Is it not a crime in Russia?
100%. You don't
take his back.
You don't listen, man. Here's the reality. You don't slap a man in the face and then turn your back and walk away, unless you should have never slapped that man in the first place. Because you're only slapping a guy who you know can't slap you back.
That's why he slapped him. Yeah.
That's the only reason why he slapped him and then turned his back and walked away. Look, if he slapped him and then stood his ground and waited for a return and was ready to go to war, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But when you slap a man...
You know what? The guy that reads the body language says something. I think it was him that says something about that. I've been watching so many videos. Don't quote me on it. But there's a point where when he slapped him, he actually looked at him. And they were explaining that's like, it's a slight pause to wait for the return fire to see in that split second if Chris was going to attack him back. I think it was that guy.
You turn around and go back to your seat. That is a sure sign you should not have slapped that man.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
I just had this image of a movie like The Karate Kid where Chris Rock just shows up in Austin. He's like, "Hey, Joe, you know, train me."
I was thinking to my friends last night, I was like, imagine if Chris Rock had just a year of solid jiu-jitsu training under his belt. And as soon as Will Smith turns his back, he just leaps.
Puts him in the...
just squeezes Will out before the security guards can get to him. Will Smith goes out.
Wipes that smirk off Will Smith's face.
Will Smith, you aren't a big, huge pussy cuck. I know you were defending your wife because of all other things going on, and a lot of people are like, she has alopecia. I don't even know if she does, because Hollywood people are liars, so she may or may not, because she looks smoking hot with a shaved head. Okay? And the G.I. Jane joke, wasn't the best, but hey, it was good enough. It's hard to be funny in that situation. So I don't know if Jada Pinkett Smith has alopecia. She might, or she may have just wanted to shave her head and she said, listen, just in case the people don't like this, I'll just say I have alopecia. They're all fraud pieces of shit, okay? And the fact that Will Smith was not arrested after he got slapped is white privilege. Will Smith is white privilege. It's just what it is. And I'm telling you, if anybody thinks that it's okay to rush the stage when a comic makes a joke, it's not.
Andrew Schultz had a 3-minute bit on.
Don't get fucked up, y'all. Don't start doing that shit.
And it was. It was.
After the vicious attacks on Chris Rock last night, we think it's only right here at the Flagrant 2 podcast to defend the comic's honor to tell jokes. So here we go. If you didn't see the Oscars, Chris Rock got himself in a hairy situation. He shined a light on female alopecia, while Jada's head shined a light on everything else. Chris was making fun of Jada's balding, but seriously, how is Will supposed to get turned on if she has a woman's haircut? Now, I'm not saying that he's gay. He likes women, specifically ones that swim for Penn. All I'm saying is last night wasn't the first time Will fondled another man to make Jada happy.
Oh my God!
The hand that struck Chris Rock was actually a metaphor for his relationship with Jada. Open when he wanted it to be closed. But let's be honest. Last night, Will Smith looked like he was from the streets of Philadelphia, and Jada looked like she was from the movie. Now, after all that drama, Will Smith still took home an Oscar. I'm talking about the award, not a Mexican guy to fuck his wife while he watched in the corner.
You got it. Wow.
Now, to clarify, Will won the Oscar for Best Actor. People were saying it was for the Lifetime Achievement Award, and no, that's not it. That Oscar goes to the plumber that unclogged Jada's shower drain.
Oh my God, this dude. Yo, I feel like he stayed up all night thinking of the deepest cutting jokes that he could think of. Oh my God, he has no mercy. No mercy. Schultz has no mercy, man.
Now, I am tired of people not giving Jada enough credit. Okay, it was actually Jada that helped Will get in character for King Richard. Because when she gives blowjobs, her head looks like a bouncing tennis ball. Give it up to Will, okay? Give it up to Will Smith.
He going to hell for that one.
Person to be recognized by the Motion Picture Academy and the Citizen app on the same night. And to everyone saying Will was probably under the influence, no. Okay, he doesn't drink or do drugs. This is the only time he's ever smoked a rock in his life. Now, don't feel bad for Chris Rock, okay? He was finally part of a hit white people will watch. Give Chris Rock some damn credit, okay? He took that smack like a champ. And next year, he's going to be ready, okay? He'll have more bobs and weaves than Jada's wig collection. Now, a lot of people are saying this never happened during Oscars So White. Exactly, okay? The white Oscars are mind-numbingly boring, or as Jada would call it, a relationship with Will. I think we can all admit this was shocking, okay? Because if there was going to be one chick at the Oscars with a hair loss disease that doesn't understand humor, I would assume it'd be Amy Schumer.
Oh my God.
Anyway, Will, let this be a lesson to you. If you want to keep your wife's name out of other people's mouths, make sure to keep your hands off comedians.
Look, dude. It's wild.
I thought he was going to say something else.
He's getting away with that, and I just, you know.
I thought he was going to go for
I mean, you know, it reminds me, I used to live in LA, and you'd be,
a mouth joke.
Be like on Beverly or Rodeo, and you see these people in like Bentleys, double park, or be like in a handicap zone, and then a parking enforcement person would be like, hey, you can't park here. And then the person in the Bentley goes, yeah, there's no spaces. And you're like, yeah, fuckface, that's what happened. Like, go find a place to park. And sometimes the person would get intimidated and be like, okay. And then sometimes they'd be like, I don't give a fuck, here's your ticket. And that's what Will Smith needs. He needs a big old fucking parking ticket.
How arrogant are you to think that you deserve to go through life with no one ever saying anything that you don't agree with or like? I want people to stop saying that joke's offensive. I want them to start saying I found it offensive. Because you've got to own the emotion. Because that's all it is. You're just telling me how you feel.
There's
nothing intrinsically offensive about this joke.
Listen, apparently they worked it out. Like, I read that they talked, and Will Smith made a statement, and Chris Rock even apologized. And apparently they talked backstage and worked it out, which is the best. I don't think Will Smith should go to jail. I don't think any of that stuff should happen. I don't think they should take away his Academy Award. I think he knows it was a foolish act. Everybody else knows. And I think it's one of those learning experiences for the world.
Yeah, here's the thing, too. Like I said, I didn't think it would work to take it away anyway. I don't think he deserves prison or jail or whatever, but he's... what the world is giving him right now, he's definitely reaping the repercussions of it. Heard the agents thinking about dropping him. He's got people putting his stuff on hold. And now comedians all over the world are making extra fun of him. The whole world. I tell you, I knew he was really famous, but I tell you, he stopped the world with that. People ain't even talking about the war. People stopped talking about the war, to talk about him. That's famous.
It's like a teachable moment, right? Like the whole world can see that we put stars and celebrities up on pedestals, but they're just human beings. And sometimes human beings get pushed to the point where they do something irrational.
Right.
And that's what he did. He just did something totally irrational that he's completely embarrassed by.
More comedians reacting
on social media through Instagram and Twitter also. Annie Lebman put up this picture of her and Rogan with the caption, "At Jada Pinkett Smith and me the night before the Oscars." Ricky Gervais tweeted, "Dear TV and film stars, why are some of you so fucking weird? You're actors, some of you great actors, so just act normal, simple." Ryan Sickler quote tweeted the Oscars tweet saying they don't condone violence of any kind and said, "You allowed it, you support it, and you gave him an award. Fuck y'all and Will Smith." Joe List weighed in saying, "I'm just now finding out there's not a G.I. Jane 2 in the works." And Brian Redband also said, "I wonder if Will Smith just opened the door to audience members attacking comics when doing crowd work," which I don't think will be the case. I think a lot of people are going to get their ass beat if they start charging the stage. A lot of comedians reacting to this. Pretty crazy stuff. If you love the world of comedy, want to stay up to date on it, make sure you hit subscribe to this channel, Joke World, and also go check out our Instagram, link in bio. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.
Well, I'll tell you this, folks. I'm thinking the same thing. Don't start rushing the stage. People are going to be ready with their security, and there's a lot of itchy security guards out there, security staff itching to bust your ass. Like they antsy. They don't get to fight too much. Don't start doing it. Don't start doing it, because there's dudes out there that will wreck you, and that's not worth it to jump up on stage over a joke you don't like. Like it's a joke. It's not meant to be taken seriously. You know what I mean? Oh, there's some more you guys sent me too. Oh, good Lord. Oh, I don't know if I'll get through them all, but I'll try. Post comments down below. Let me know what y'all thought if you enjoyed my reaction. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share.